Well, hey everyone, and welcome to our look at this week in D1A Rugby. And you know what? We have some tries for you. I don't know if I have seen more great tries than this week. It's just like you could pick a try of the season. There's like 4 of them that are pretty great. So let's get into it. First of all, Life University taking on St. Thomas. And St. Thomas, as we've talked about, looked like they're going to win the Florida D1AA conference and challenge for a D1AA championship in CRAA, along with a number of other teams like Western Washington, U San Diego, American River, Sam Houston State, and Iowa State. But they're still thinking about D1A, and they want to test themselves against Life University. You know what? Be careful what you wish for. Life certainly brought it to say, hey, welcome to the show. Very, very physical, over the ball, fantastic stuff. Moved the ball very quickly. Here's just one of the tries that they scored. They won very comfortably. We're not going to get into like all that. 85-0 was the score. But I think St. Thomas learned a lot about what it takes to go to the next level. Next up is the team that's really coming to the fore, and that is UC Santa Barbara here against Santa Clara. And they scored most of their tries through the fours, but this is a nice one through the backs. Marcus Nguyen just making a sidestep and going. We've got a better one from him coming up. But we do have a try from the fours, and this is an old school 8-man shove. Don't you love it? You don't actually see this very often. Just the scrum, everybody drives over, and you just fall on it. That's it. Now, let's get to the try that I found most exciting was this one. And what's great is it's not even a turnover try. A lot of those fancy tries are turnover tries. This is off first phase. Nguyen cuts through, fantastic. He finds support. The support is there, and then he works hard to get into position. And then look at that sidestep, and then breaks through a couple of tackles. Just incredible. I mean, I'm sorry, that's just one of the best tries in college rugby that I've ever seen. Just so much fun. A good win for UC Santa Barbara. Sacramento State and San Diego State played a real barn burner. 88 points scored between the two of them, 45-43. San Diego State ended up winning this one. You saw that Sac State can score in the corner. San Diego State can score in the corner. It's good to see Ryan Mattias's team getting a little bit better. They tripled their points for in conference in this game, basically. And they were able to score through the forwards as well, coming off the back, off the maul. And that was their game winner. Utah played Colorado. This is game, first of all, the setting, just fantastic, magnificent. Look at those mountains. Great cut through by Trip King for Colorado to score. This is a bit more of a development game as both of these teams just working on what they can get better at. Utah, as we've seen earlier, been scoring through the forwards. So yeah, a couple of tap penalty moves will see them score some tries, and they'll end up. This one's the game winner, in fact. So a close game between the Utes and the Buffs, and a 15-12 Utah wins that one. But this is more about playing a lot of 15s in the spring, and both these teams are doing that, getting a good schedule going. So a fun game. There's your game winner. 15-12 Utah wins that one. Arizona, UCLA, what a great rivalry this is. And in fact, UCLA has a tough time beating Arizona in these games, especially at home. Have a look at this one. Vincent Alloué comes through, little grubber ahead. They try to do something about it. The ball's just kind of loose, and it's Alloué who comes in with the score. Not to be outdone, Arizona scores a very similar try, in fact. You look down, it goes down the sideline, but it's not that different. Ted Champion is the one who gets the ball off the back of this ruck and grubbers it through. Once again, 2 players going for it. Neither one gets it. It's rolling around, and it's Champion who actually falls on it. So just wild that pretty much the same try is scored. In the end, have a look at this one, though. This is one of the tries of the year as well. Nick Morgan, reserve back, goes down, and look at the finish here. Through once again, just lowers the boom. Absolutely fantastic try. I'd like to look at this again. Just crazy. 23-20. We're getting late in the game. UCLA ends up just sort of bashing at the line. So not really fancy, picturesque try in this case. But we do see that Will Sherman is going to pick up the ball at the back of the ruck and go over. That's going to be the one that sort of seals the game for UCLA. They'll be up 30-20. Arizona will score later to make it 30-27. Fantastic game. Just so much fun to watch. I'll tell you, I could watch Nick Morgan's try, like 100 times. It's so much fun. This video is brought to you by Next Phase Rugby, which is an app that allows high school rugby players to connect with college rugby programs around the country. Those programs can be school supported, club, all kinds of different ones. 450 are already on the app, and thousands of collegiate hopefuls are also on the app. Download the app if you're a college, or if you are a high school player looking for a college, go to nextphaserugby.com. There's a discount code for the premium level for high school players at the bottom of the screen. And good luck with your college search. It's also brought to you by USA Rugby Foundation, which is an organization that supports grassroots rugby around the country, and your donation can help build this great game of ours. Also brought to you by Irish Rugby Tours. Touring is a great way to expose your players to the global nature of rugby. Go to Irish Rugby Tours. They don't just do Ireland. They do all kinds of different countries: Spain, Portugal, New Zealand, South Africa, the UK. That's just a smattering of what they can do for you. Go to irishrugbytours.com. And this video is also brought to you by Panther Rugby Academy, providing elite playing and training opportunities for players throughout the South and a more extended version of the South. Panther Rugby Academy, check them out. And I also want to thank a new kit provider, which is 8x8 Sports. You can't see their logo on this shirt, although you can see it on others, but there's the back of the same shirt because I have more than one. And several other great kit. We'll be having merchandise available very soon as well, so I'm excited about that. Thanks to 8x8 Sports. It's 8x8sports.com. Now we get ourselves to Moraga, California. Central Washington coming in off a win against Cal Poly. Goes on the road to take on St. Mary's. Really good start for Central. I think they did a pretty good job of containing the St. Mary's attack. When St. Mary's is playing with more and more confidence, a very exciting way that they play. And we hadn't really seen that executed as well as they wanted to, say, against Arizona. Remember, they beat Arizona 12-10, and they just weren't able to really get through the way that they expected, and they didn't execute the way that they wanted to, and they were prevented from executing the way that they wanted to. Here, though, Central Washington does start very well. Jack Tragani, just a lovely little chip kick, and Oscar Tracy comes in, grabs it out of the middle of the air, and then the finish. This is great finish. Look at this. Just great balance, able to touch it down. Fantastic. Okay, so St. Mary's is attacking. They work on a little switch move. Storty to Sia Ofa. Ofa cutting back inside, in under the post. Central Washington answers. They're stopped. The maul. The maul's been very good. Campbell Robb comes off the back. He's stopped too. He's not used to that, but they go wide, and everybody is kind of sucked in, and Tracy is all alone. Look, he's inside the 15 meter line there off the sideline, so he's pretty close in there. And then finally Storty, and again with Ofa this time cutting back on his own. Just look at how he beats those players, and his acceleration is phenomenal. So really impressive. That's going to do it. That's going to be the winner for St. Mary's. They will win that one 30-13. All right, so here we come to the game of the week, really. Cal went to Navy to play, and a lot of the story here is probably about defense, especially early on. Navy is backed up against their line, and they are able to stop Cal. They were to hold them very, very well on this sequence. It just, it'll go tackle after tackle after tackle, just hitting Cal hard. Cal has a plan. They set up what they want to do, which is like a little outside double drive thing, and they're driven back repeatedly by the Navy goal line defense. And really, Navy has a couple of things that they do exceptionally well. Their attacking maul is really, really good, and their goal line defense is really good. And you'll see in the end, this ends with a forced knock on. So guess what? It's 0-0 for like 20 minutes. And then Cal gets a penalty. And they missed a couple as well. But Cal gets a penalty. So they're up 3-0. And then Navy ties that up. And it's 3-3. And it's 3-3. Here we are 55 minutes into this game. Two teams who know how to score tries. It's 55 minutes in. And it's 3-3. Well, this one, very nice. Max Smith is just going to show a little bit of athleticism. Just straight through. Really good short ball to him from Ronan Krieger. Sidestep. He's over. With the conversion, it only makes it 10-3. You'd think that that's a big deal. But, you know, this is a low-scoring game. And then here we go. Cal looking to kick it. Ed Soder comes in, blocks it, beautiful, gets the bounce, and he has it. Maybe he should have gone all the way. I don't know. Somebody was coming after him, makes the pass. The pass doesn't go to hand. And that seems like a massive chance gone begging. But, in fact, that worked out all right because after the scrum, Navy does defend well. They force that turnover. Aiden Gerber goes in on the loose ball and they score anyway. So that was a big one because that was about 13 minutes to go. And with the conversion, Ronan Krieger didn't miss all day. 17-3. And they do finish up. They get another Krieger penalty. And then finally they finish it up with this one with time essentially up. Max Smith is going to get his second try. In the corner, Krieger's going to convert that. It is going to be 27-3. Now, I've mentioned this in written things, and I don't mean to harp on it. And if you're a Cal fan or a Cal player or Cal coach, whatever, I don't want to harp on it too much, except to say that it doesn't happen very often. So to hold Cal to no tries, I went back to, Cal has on their website all their records back to the year 2000. Now, they played before that, and I'm pretty sure they were held tryless at some point by someone in history in the United States because rugby was very different, and for a while it was really, really tough to score tries. And I know, you know, they had a many, many years ago, I think it was like 12-6, 12-9 was a score against St. Mary's. So, you know, who knows what that is. Back in the days of 4-point tries, and so everything divided by 3. You never know. All I'm saying is I counted all those games, 505 15s games. 5 times UBC, University of British Columbia, held Cal scoreless. There's no other team had held, sorry, not scoreless, tryless. No other team had held Cal tryless until that day. This past Saturday, Navy holding Cal to no tries. First American team to do that, at least in the last 25 years. Pretty astonishing. And, you know, if you think that they've got a good defense, yeah, they've got a good defense. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a fun week. It'll be a fun week coming up. Thanks again to our patrons and our anonymous patrons and our Patreon patrons. We'll see you next week.